because my background is so difficult, I'm having the hardest time trying to figure out what to write about.
Yeah, the brainstorming is definitely a big challenge. My big recommendation on that is you choose a couple topics to
Okay.
potentially make your focus.
Okay.
Write up a long rough draft just covering all of it. It could be 1,000 words, 1,500 words, and then
Okay.
I'll help you cut it down to the word limit.
Okay. Gotcha.
Then we'll see what works best.
I've written something. I've been previously incarcerated and things like that. So I kind of wrote my statement on that. But then I listened to one of your podcasts and you were like, well, you could, but then you also could use that for character and fitness or a diversity statement. So because it's so intense and it's so much information, I'm struggling between, do I use that as a personal statement? Is it really reflective of what I want them to know about me? Or do I shift that to a diversity statement and come up with something else strong to write about, for the actual personal statement?
Yeah, that's a big question. There's not an obvious right or wrong answer on it.
Okay.
But yes, it could definitely be a diversity statement. Then you get the space to do something else for your personal statement. The character and fitness is not as personal in nature. That's meant to be much shorter and matter of fact. So just simply stating just the facts without a whole lot of detail or characterization of it. Like, here's what happens. I was previously incarcerated for XYZ.
Yep.
Here's the background on that.
Yeah.
Here's why I don't expect anything like that to ever happen again.
Okay, so that's like more of a short and sweet just to address what happened because you obviously can't ignore it. That's not essay at all. That's just 1, 2, 3, 4, we're done.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense. And the diversity statement, is that meant to be an essay or?
Yeah, that can be a bit more colorful and detailed. Really bringing it more to life. Yeah.
Okay, I got that. Okay, so you're thinking just like brainstorm a couple of topics, like different things that I could write about. I'm kind of stumped because I don't know why that topic like consumes me, and I feel like it's like the elephant in the room, so I just got to go ahead and get it out there and say it. So I'm leaning towards doing that for a personal statement, but I just don't want it to come off as like, oh my God, like, oh no. I want it to actually have a positive effect and not like shock people into like, oh no. So
yeah, well, it's all about how you tell it. So it definitely is a great topic that I think should be more than just a character and fitness matter of fact thing. I think that you should tell more of the story with more context, and that could be personal statement or diversity statement, either one. But regardless, I would do a rough draft of at least 1,500 words.
Okay, I got that.
And then I'll help you cut it down. And then whether it ends up being one statement or the other, it doesn't honestly matter that much. The idea is that you've got multiple potential stories you could potentially tell them in your application. Write this one since it's definitely top of mind for you. And then think about if you had a second in-depth essay, what would that be about? Write a rough draft of that one, and then I can help you cut it down too.
All right. I'm going to work on this. I'm going to
get to work on it. I'm excited to read your story.
I'm trying to come up with a second statement. I've heard you guys read like personal statements a lot, and I've noticed where some of them fall flat and others are really great. So I'm trying to kind of write in a way that I avoid those pitfalls and I don't talk so much about other stuff, and I try to keep it on myself and focus on me. So that's the struggle right now, but I'm going to get there.
Oh, so for sure. I mean, I know it's not easy. And if you've watched the workshops, some of them are not close to finish and others are much better. But regardless, don't let that prevent you from getting something down. Because
gotcha. Okay.
If you are too much of a perfectionist about it, then you're just going to have a blank page. So write something, tell the story as messy as it needs to be, and then I'll help you refine it. But it's better to have a bad first draft than no first draft.
No draft. Okay.
And it won't be bad. I'm honestly really interested to read your story. So get it down and send it over.
I'm going to get it down. I'm going to get it to you by the end of the week. I already have a lot down, but I kind of got a little discouraged. I'm like, oh my God, this is all over the place. And I didn't think it told enough about me, but I'll let you be the judge. I'll show you.
Just tell it all. I'll help you carve out what's about you. I might cut away some other stuff just because of constraints, and they'll say, tell me more about you. And then I'll mix it together. It's hard when it's your own story because you lived it. So there's so much you could include in, so much context, so many details. And it's hard to know what actually really needs to be there. At the end of the day, we're going to have to make some tough choices, and some things that should be there aren't going to be able to make it in there, unfortunately. But we have to keep in mind, okay, this is for a particular purpose. This is not your autobiography. This is not like the book adaptation of the movie of your life. This is just one particular thematic element or strand of that story that is directly related to serving the purpose of telling the admission officer why they should admit you.
That's right. And that's exactly what I wanted to do. I don't want to tell my whole story, but enough so that they want to give me a chance. That's the biggest thing.
Exactly.
All right. That sounds good. Thank you so much.
Of course. Have a good one.
You have a good one, Steve. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.